Hello. Through this presentation, I will discuss canine behavior as it relates to life experiences and evolutionary history. Furthermore, I aim to speak to individuals that work at animal shelters or have close relations with one, whether that be through volunteer work or maybe you got a dog from the shelter. By analyzing the behavior of dogs in a facility that you have close relationships with, you will be able to identify similar signs in the dogs that you handle and take appropriate actions to address negative behaviors while promoting animal welfare. Although dogs have been man's best friend for centuries, a significant number of them end up in shelters every year. In fact, roughly 3 million find themselves in the shelter annually. This can cause major concerns pertaining to behavior. Negative and positive behaviors can be attributed to breed temperament. After all, through domestication, people have bred certain dogs to perform specific tasks. Therefore, some dogs have a higher risk of aggression, herding behavior, friendliness, and etc. However, life experiences play just as much as a significant role in canine behavior. Dogs, like their ancestors, wolves, are altricial mammals. This means puppies are born with their eyes closed. They are also born deaf. Puppies rely on their mother for nutrition, protection, and comfort until those senses come in. The mother will continue these tasks until the puppies are weaned and can fend for themselves. In the meantime, littermates and the mom are crucial for socialization. Through interactions, the puppies will learn proper canine behavior. This also holds true for wolves. This interaction is based on survival because the puppies cannot take care of themselves. When the puppies become mature and most likely are in a home environment, they will then learn how to interact with people and the items and objects we come into contact with each day. Socialization is properly done when the dogs are introduced to as many things as possible when young, if possible, in a calm manner, so that when they encounter the same or similar object again, they remain neutral and do not show signs of fear, aggression, or anxiety. This is not the video that will be analyzed for dog behavior in an animal shelter. However, relating back to the previous slide points on how littermates and parent offsprings react to one another, I thought this would be a cool video to watch. In this video, the mom doesn't want to be approached with high puppy energy, so she behaves in a way that redirects the puppies to calm their energy, and she only allows them to come to her when they are calm. And you can see how the behavior shifts and changes between the puppies within themselves, the puppies and the mom and the puppies. So I'll play the video and we can just watch this real quick.
Jetzt werden wir gleich sehen, wie eine Mami ihre Welpen wird. Und fertig.
This video footage was used for the observation. The duration is 10 minutes, between 0.20 seconds and 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Again, I'll play a few seconds for you to see just how this dog behaved. The setting is an animal shelter. And yeah, so throughout the 10 minutes, this dog basically behaved the same way in the same manner. So I'll just show you a couple of seconds so you can see kind of what that looked like.
Another please. Maybe not the police, but
Uh-oh. Okay, we can't go back,
He's
but this
very
is still part of
wiry
the
character.
20 to 10.20. So you can just see how this dog's behaving. Very nervous, pinned ears, shaking,
him processing things, which is good. He's still showing the
eyes darting.
which is fear. I think a little head rub to go a long way.
Okay, so that's just a little bit of what occurred throughout that time frame.
Another, please.
Again, throughout the video footage duration, there were 7 distinct behaviors that I observed, which included crouching, pinning of the ears, which they held back close to the head, rapid eye movement or saccades, tucking of the tail, avoidance with objects and the person that was also in the enclosure, and whale eyes. All signs of like anxiety. Whale eyes can be perceived as aggression, but in this case, it's kind of like a warning sign saying like, hey, back up, I need space, or I will defend myself. But this dog seems to definitely show more anxious than aggressive behavior. For my focal behavior, I observed ear pinning, which occurred for 100% of the 10 minutes of the video, and most of the other behaviors also pretty much occurred for the whole duration of the 10 minutes. Ear pinning can occur in instances of extreme fear or uncertainty. In this case, when dogs perceive a threat, a common gesture they will make to communicate this is by pinning their ears back, and they hold them backwards, facing backwards, and tightly against their head. Kind of like we see here. We have the 2 ears pointed backwards, not front towards the nose, but away towards the rear, and closely tucked on the head. So back to the big question, is how this dog behaving related to evolutionary factors, or is it life experience? In other words, is the dog naturally bound to respond with such behaviors, or is this experience in the animal shelter changing how the dog typically would respond? Also, could a different experience change the behaviors that are presently being observed? And the answer is yes to everything. On the evolutionary aspect of it, wolves, which are also wild altricial mammals, and part of the Canidae family, exhibit many of the same facial and body signals that domestic dogs do. Or rather opposite of that statement, since domestic dogs are descended from wolves. Although there are many differences such as diet, pack mentality, and sociability, outside of the immediate pack, dogs have maintained many of the physical behavioral traits. In the picture above to the left, over here on the left, you can see a wolf showing the same body language as the dog did in the video that we just observed, the white and black dog. The body is hung a little close to the ground, right here. It's arched over in a slightly crouched position. It's not straight, it's not tall, it's kind of like an arch. The muzzle is angled slightly downward towards the ground. It's not a high chin, it's kind of down. And the ears are held back and pinned against the head. So you can assume with these signs that this wolf is also showing signs of fear and uncertainty. A benefit to this behavior is it is a clear signal to others about the emotional state of the dog. However, a more dominant dog may take advantage of those signs and push that dog exhibiting those signs into a deeper state of anxiety, fear, and uncertainty, which is bad for welfare, obviously. Additionally, the shelter environment in general can be stressful. Dogs come from all sorts of backgrounds, experiences. There's loud noises from constant barking from the nerves. There's also strong odors from pee and feces, which can occur frequently with nerves. And a ton of new people just trying to interact with the dog can be very stressful. A lot of these dogs are sending out stress signals, which is being received by other dogs that are nearby, and again, the feedback loop continues. They become nervous, and then the next becomes nervous, and it continues on. So in order to deter negative behaviors in animal shelters and behaviors of like anxiety, fear, aggression, reactivity, enrichment activities can be implemented. These activities allow dogs to engage in tasks that are mentally and physically stimulating while encouraging innate behaviors. Some activities include chew toys, like these. They come in all shapes, sizes, any type you want. There's also scatter feeding. It's like you're seeing up here in this corner. This is like a little toy. You just hide the treats or the food underneath every little fold here, and the dog kind of just searches through hunting for it. You can also do dog parks, like here in this corner. Dog parks are really good for socialization, exercise. There's puzzles you can use to stimulate the mind, get that cognitive brain going or cognitive thinking going. You can also just do walks. Dogs walk. They're meant to walk, to run, get the muscles moving. So these allocate for sensory, feeding, social, cognitive, and physical needs that every dog requires in order to lead a good, healthy, happy life, which promotes welfare. Again, utilizing these tools, all these as mentioned, in a shelter environment can help reduce boredom and negative behaviors while boosting animal welfare.